What's up, Pack? My name's Wolv21. Welcome to the Binding of Isaac. Going back to the roots, more so. Basically, we're starting over again. Start from a clean slates. Collection, none, nothing. Challenges, nothing. Stats, nothing. Basically, this is going to be part of the Binding of Isaac Basic series. It's the easiest way to do it because it's too random of all the items you can get and different tactics. So I might as well just play through the way I would play through for kind of a no-death streak, kind of what I do for my live streams now. So first thing I always do is I go for challenges. I either go for Dark Was the Night first or 9 deaths. 9 deaths because you only have 1 heart and it's pain enough to get past it. Dark Was the Night so you can free up the candle. And the candle is pretty much one of the most OP items in the game, besides like Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus, Sacred Heart, Mom's Knife, Brimstone, things like that. So let's start with 9 deaths. No, specifically this is going to be a no death streak series, but let's see what we can do. All right, so we're first going to go for this chest. So you do is just walk into it. We got a temporary heart, which is awesome. The first room that you walk into also tells you, as you saw from the Binding of Isaac Basic series beforehand, your maneuverability, your attack, your bombs, and your item, your spacebar item. So first we're going to do is going to walk into the crown room, or the item room. We got Brother Bobby. He's the weakest of all the followers. And as always, what you want to do is you want to shoot the poop or fires, because there's a chance of dropping hearts, bombs, keys, all of what sort. So just going to go straight after them. The webs will slow them down a little bit. And drop the key. All you do is just walk directly over the item. It goes into your inventory right above. Alright, let's grab that. Let's continue on. Alright, so we have the shop that's right here. We don't want to go in there because we only have 4 cents. And technically that's not really enough to go in there to make it any worthwhile. Unless an item's half price, but more than likely not. So the cat's head that's following us is part of the 9 death challenge. Basically, you start with Guppy. If you grab Guppy's item, it basically gives you 9 lives. If you die, you restart with 1 heart. No matter how many hearts you can gather throughout your run, if you die, you lose everything. Besides the items you pick up, so if I die right now, I'll still have Brother Bobby. But that's really it. Depending on what else we can get. Alright, so we got Widow. It's a spider which likes to jump around a lot. It's basically keep your distance. It spawns boils. Now, what Widow will do will also, if it happens to jump on its own monsters it spawns, it'll actually kill them. So if you play it right, if you stay by the boils, it'll actually jump on top of it and kill it. See, you see there? See? Killed it. Alright. Keep moving around. You really don't want to stay still unless you have like a lot of tears coming out. Direct line of sight. Okay, it's the care package. Basically gives you a whole bunch of items laying on the floor. We're going to pick everything up we possibly can. Hero font, which is 2 temporary hearts. We're going to do that. Pick up the missing page, which is basically a trinket. When it activates, it'll do a random book effect, like the Book of Belial, Book of Revelations, the Bible, any of the books. That's a pill. We technically don't want to take it because it could be dangerous for us. So we're just going to keep it in our inventory just in case we get PhD or something of the sort. But we're going to look for the secret room, which I think is probably right here. And it was. And we got a 1-up. So basically we're going to have like 10 lives, which is pretty awesome. And there's 10. So basically the secret room is designated by, it's surrounded by all other rooms. The super secret room is usually attached to only one other room. There's 1, 2, 3 possible spots where the super secret room can be, but we only have 1 bomb, so it's not really worth it for us to try to find out where that room is going to be. So we're just going to continue right on. Again, we're not going to take the question mark pill because we don't know if it's health down, is it speed down, tears down, speed. It could be anything. Also, really bad for it. It could be good, but especially because we only have 1 heart, technically 1 red heart. It's just not good for us. And technically, when you only have 1 heart, you cannot get a health down pill. It'll automatically turn into a health up pill. Alright. So we're just going to maneuver through all the rooms. This is basement 2. We went from the cellar 1, which is the alternate for the Wrath of the Lamb. 2 of the same pill. It wound up being Balls of Steel. So again, it's a risk that you take. Usually, if you're going for like especially for my live stream, if you going for no death streaks, I usually never take pills unless I'm Kane, get the luck foot, or you get PhD. All right, so we're still gonna walk around. We're still gonna look for what other rooms are around. All right, we got flies. Best stuff is to stay right in the doorway. I said you don't want to move too fast and too hard. If you move around too much, you could run into an issue. Those flies, you just stay directly in line with them. That, or if you keep circling around, circle strafing all the way around, you will avoid their tears every single time. Alright, so we got 3 more cents. We got a battle room, which we can get into. It's 1 chest. We're going to do it. It spawns multiple mobs. Basically, you just want to keep your distance as much as you possibly can. These ones will not hit you, only if you're in a certain range. And then these guys are a bit annoying, but they have the same pattern. As soon as it fires, just dip down and back up again. Let's keep bobbing back and forth. All right, still looking for our item room. We haven't come across it yet. We do have 10 cents, which is not too bad. Ah, there's our item room. Another key. And we got Harlequin Baby. Okay, Harlequin Baby, one of the better of the followers, shoots a random tear effect every single time it shoots. You got split shots. It will eventually shoot random tears all the way through. I don't know, Harlequin Baby, that's Rainbow Babe, sorry. Harlequin Baby just shoots a split shot. Okay, so we got Pride, which is one of the mini bosses. Just stay directly parallel with him. He does that. What he also does is shoot bombs like the Tower or the Anarchist Cookbook. So we got 2 clubs. 2 clubs doubles bombs. We're actually going to keep that for now. Actually, no, we're going to use it. So we went from 3 bombs to 6 bombs. I think the secret room is going to be right here. So let's see if it is. And it is. And it's a unicorn horn. Okay, not too bad. Invincibility, if I can speak right, for 6 seconds. We can test that theory out. And we have 11 cents. We definitely know where this super secret room can either be right here, or it could be over here. It could be right here, or here. But since we have 5 bombs, we're definitely gonna test it out. But first, we're gonna go to the boss. Larry Jr., we're gonna use our unicorn horn, and we're gonna use it right now. Just run into Larry J just like so. It's about 6 seconds. We got HP up, and we got a devil room. So you can get either a god room or a devil room from defeating the enemy and not taking practically any damage. All right, so we got the Ouija board, which gives you spectral tears, so you can shoot through rocks. The problem is that it's harder to put out fires and poop. And we got the pact. Gives you damage and tears up, I believe. And that's 2 hearts. But technically, we wouldn't die, but all we would have is nothing but blue hearts. I might risk it. Let's risk it. Not too shabby. I'd rather have that up anyway. So now I risk getting just all blue hearts the rest of the run. And now I'm going to try to find the super secret room. It's either there, here, or the last possible spot of where it could be is right over here, because it's only attached to one other room. And there it is. Guppy's head. So now we got 2 of the cat items. When you hit spacebar, it spawns attack flies around you. I'm going to keep the unicorn horn. It's a bit better for us, I think. It's nice to have a charge for every single room that you clear for the Guppy's head, but attack flies can be somewhat of annoying, especially if you try to use bombs a lot. And because we have 4 keys, I'm going to attempt to go into the shop to see what's in here. Alright, it's worth it because we can get the temporary heart and we're going to continue on. I'm not going to pick up anything else. There was a tarot card in there, but I'm not going to risk it to see exactly what that is. We're going to continue on to the next level down. Little happy trail, and down we go. Alright, so if we can get 1 more of Guppy's items, we could become a cat. If you get 3 of the 4 Guppy's items, the head, which we have, actually the Guppy himself, which is the cat, 9 lives. Guppy's head, which we just used to get the attack flies. The tail, which you have to free up from this specific challenge, which actually you can still get in this challenge anyway. And Guppy's paw. So let's see if we can possibly find 1 more of Guppy's items, which would be amazing. And these guys only pop up after you sit there and don't attack at them. These guys are floating heads, which will follow you consistently until you attack them. And when they explode, it explode in a plus formation. There we go. Let's check what's in here. A locked chest. Let's go for it. So we got a key back and plus 2 extra bombs. Bombs are good. Alright, so the maggots will dart at you as soon as they see you. These are eyeless ooze. Guys, they basically will go down to an ooze state. You attack them. And you gotta keep hitting to make them disappear. Or they'll keep coming back. Floating heads that attack you. Again, if you keep moving in the circle straight formation, they'll never hurt you. Just keep moving around in a circle. Fire tears towards the center. You should be fine. Alright, so we got maggots that don't do anything, and then the slower ones that shoot blood tears at you, and that's a tick. Basically, if you take the tick, it lowers bosses' health by 15%. It'll also replenish your energy if you're down to 1 heart. It'll actually give you a bit of a buffer when you hit that boss. The problem is that if you pick that up, you will lose access to pick up any other trinkets. So if I pick that up, I would not be able to pick the missing page back up again. Kind of good in one respect, horrible in another. Unless you can get Mom's Purse. Now, Mom's Purse, which you find in the shop, you can have 2 trinkets. So technically, you could have the tick plus another trinket alongside of it. Alright, the shop, we got 8 cents. Let's just try it out because we do have 3 keys. Hey, another temporary heart. Let's go for it. It's a bum Fred. Basically, it's a portable judgy. It does not give you any spacebar items. Eventually, if you give him enough money, it basically takes all your money and gives you bombs, keys, trinkets, hearts, all that fun stuff. Alright, so we got bomb flies. Basically, just hit them, keep your distance so you don't get bombed in the process. Very good. Continue. There's our boss room. By the skull on the mini-map above and top left. We're not going to go there quite yet because it's better for us to go into the item room first. And there it is. We got double flies. Hopefully we can keep our distance. And there we go. Let's go into the item room. 10 bombs. So go from 6 to 16 bombs. Nah, not too bad. Alright, so we got another Wrath. Basically like a Bomberman wannabe type boss. I'm not gonna use my unicorn horn. Basically, just keep your distance. If he fires bombs at you, use your tears to shoot it back at him. That's all you have to do. He's not difficult at all. It's basically just keep your distance. Don't get yourself trapped. Keep an eye on your surroundings. All right, so it looks like the secret room is probably gonna be right here because it's the only room that is surrounded by a bunch of other rooms. We're gonna go into it. All right, so the red fire on the left, you want to keep your distance from because it will actually fire tears at you. The right side, the more amber-looking or yellow-looking fire. It won't do anything to you. We got 3 cents, 3 cents, a penny, a nickel, and that dime. The lovely dime sound. Okay, since we cleared all the other rooms, we're now gonna go right to the boss and see who it is. We got Peep. Okay, so Peep, as you can see, fires his tears off in all types of directions. He'll do one huge leap toward you. After you get the boss's health down to 25%, he releases one of his eyes. After it gets down to 25% left, he'll release his other eye. So basically, you're gonna play dodgeball with his eyeballs and him at the same time. Also, he's pees on the floor, which is acidic. Basically, if you walk over it, you're gonna get hurt. Technically, I could have used my spacebar, but I decided not to because it was just one of being really easy. But basically, again, keep your distance. Watch out for when he hits out his tears in all directions. That's really all you have to watch out for. And another devil room. We got Krampus. So Krampus is like a form of the devil. He does like quad brimstone shots. So as soon as he does that sound, you're basically gonna move off in one direction. You can do half circles and keep your distance. Let's run into like that. There we go. He drops a lump of coal. Again, same thing. Keep your distance. You can do half circles around him, and every single time you can watch what he does. He does the same type of motion every single time he attacks. So we got the lump of coal. What that means is that the further your tears go, the bigger they get, and the bigger they get, the more damage they do. So the more range you can get, and the more distance you can hit from your other enemies, will do more damage. Now, because we have 17 bombs, we're going to look for the super secret room. So it's the only possible spots where it could be is up here all the way to the top and to the left. Because again, the super secret room can only be attached to one room, technically. Sometimes it doesn't. And there it is. And what do we got? We got an eternal heart. The eternal heart's a white heart. If you get hit with it, if I had no more blue hearts left over here, and we got hit, we can lose that eternal heart. What happens is when you go down to the next level down, it turns into a full red heart. Basically, it's a health up. As long as you can survive through the entire level and not get hit in the process. If you get 2 eternal hearts on the same level, it'll combine both of them and make one full red heart on that same exact level. Pretty awesome. Alright, it's catacombs. Alright, so these guys you want to keep your distance from because they shoot evil stuff. You could bait them to do exactly that, to look for secret rooms and super secret rooms. Or if there's chests surrounded by rocks, you can bait them and move out of the way as long as you're fast enough. So use those guys to your advantage. These guys are more random. They kind of shoot wherever they want. And basically just, again, keep your distance, keep your fire focus on them, and you'll be fine. Alright, so the little chub guys, basically you just want to keep your distance from. If you do get hit by the chub guy, the chub that comes out of them is a full heart of damage. So you do want to watch out. Alright, telepathy for dummies. Basically what that means is you have homing shots for one single room. So if I use it right now, I got homing shots. If there's enemies in the room, the tears would automatically gravitate towards those enemies. And it has a half a charge for every room that you clear. So you can use it quite often. But it's really not worth it, I'd say. Alright, okay, arcade. So you have a Wheel of Fortune, the Triple Skull Guide, and that blew up already. So the fortune telling machine actually has more of a chance to drop cards, tarot cards, and trinkets. And if it blows up, it can really drop anything at once, but we're actually not going to take that. This is a temperance machine. Every single time you hit it, it sacrifices a half a heart, depending what level you're on, and gives you money back. You can use all your red hearts, and eventually if you have one red heart left, a half a red heart left, when you start using it, it'll actually start taking your blue hearts. So we're not going to do that. And basically you can keep hitting the temperance machine, And you can possibly get an IV bag or a blood bag. IV bag is basically a portable blood machine, or portable temperance machine. The blood bag is an HP up plus speed up. That's pretty awesome. Alright. So now since I got my health back, I'm gonna hit it again. So depending on how much money you have, you can keep playing over and over again and see if you can keep getting bombs, keys, hearts. It doesn't matter. Anything really. It's really up to you. What we're gonna do right now is we're actually gonna stay in here and see what we can possibly get. Now, the center guy can also give you Scatoli. Basically, it gives you poo on your head. And what that means, it protects you from flies. Flies will never attack you ever again. Besides the bullet ones, the ones that are actually solid red or green or any colors like that. Those ones you still have to watch out for. Because when you attack them and they explode, they can still hurt you. But everything else won't attack you anymore. If you come across another room, I'll actually show you and see. I'll show you exactly what it does. Now, it could be nice, depending on your luck, is how many items you can possibly get. And the reason why I keep shooting is because flies keep coming out. And there's Scatoli. So when you run into Scatoli, it puts poo on your head, and now you're protected from flies. Pretty awesome. Alright, there's another half heart. We're gonna continue right along. Alright, see flies? They don't attack you anymore. See, these guys would shoot double tiers at you, but because we have Scatoli, they just basically follow you around forever until you kill them. It's pretty awesome. It helps out so much. Alright, well that was a Buttlicker and Larry Jr., but there was TNT in the middle, which kind of helps out. As long as they stay kind of around the middle, you could clear the room in basically one shot, one or two shots. Alright, so more Buttlickers. We got Eternal Flies. So basically, if you run into the white flies that are circling the poo, the corn poo, you can still get hurt by them. You want to keep your distance as best as you possibly can. Alright. Another half a heart. Alright, so we got TNT, which we want to watch out for. So basically, you just go for the TNT themselves. Makes it quite simple. And we got two of the same pill again, which I really don't want to take. We got one more room to clear, but I don't want to go down there, so we're actually going to go to the boss. Carrion Queen, not a fun boss. It can swallow bombs behind it. It also drops acidic poo. Whenever you walk into it, it hurts you. It'll consistently regen. That's the only really crappy part about the Carrion Queen, is that when it gets down to 25%, then it starts moving around super fast. And since we have the unicorn horn, we're gonna try to chase after it as best as we possibly can. Alright, so we got HP up, the acidic poo is still there, and it's gonna still consistently pop up. So you wanna watch out. Alright, paw. And because we made 2 deals with the devil, yeah, we unlock Eve. And because we freed up the cat, basically, we're now a little kitty cat. We're super powered up. And because we have a bunch of temporary hearts, we're going to go for the mark. Which gives us more damage, more tears. Deadbird is part of Eve. The curse, or Whore of Babylon, is part of Eve. And now because we're the cat, we can now fly. It also has Super Mulligan. So this is a rare instance, the very first run of actually becoming the cat in the very first run. Alright, so Super Mulligan, again, when you shoot out your tears, attack flies come out, which is pretty crazy. Again, another one of the most OP items in the game is becoming the cat also. That's the safety cap, has a more likelihood of dropping pills. We don't want that. We're definitely going to pick up this chest. Just because we are really overpowered. And because flies really can't attack us. Again, keep your distance. Focus fire and everything. Keep maneuvering around. Winds up being all good. Onto the shop. Winds up being greed. So greed has a likelihood of appearing in the shop itself. And because we got 55 cents, now we unlock Cain. And Cain also has a luck foot. So now we just freed up 2 characters. By making 2 deals with the devil, unlocks Eve. When you get to 55 cents, it unlocks Cain. Now because we have 21 bombs, which actually is a really good number, we're gonna look for the super secret room. And that's the reason why I don't like flies. That's a prime example why I don't like those flies. And another Eternal Heart. Not too bad. Let's continue. And basically when we go down to the next level, it's going to turn into 1 full red heart, which is pretty awesome. Again, having all blue hearts is very risky. I don't recommend doing that. Unless you're very comfortable with playing the game or want to do like like I said, like a no death streak, which I do on my live streams. Right now, I think right now I'm 16-0 right now, which is not too bad. My highest was 69-0. I know, funny number, but pretty awesome. We're actually gonna keep our key for the item room. It's more worth it to use it on the item room itself besides in a random lock chest. And going into the shop does not guarantee us actually being able to buy a key back, so we're gonna bypass that also. Even though we do have 57 cents. Which is awesome. Alright, a whole bunch of oils. Now we got multiple keys. And because we have flying, we can use that to our advantage by flying over the gaps where enemies can't hurt us. So any opportunities you have to actually fly, it might be worth it because you can get yourself out of sticky situations. Or get items you weren't able to get before. Let's actually get that. What is that? Diamonds! Ha! So the 2 diamonds doubles your money. So technically right now I'd have over 99 cents. You cannot get above 99 cents. All you can get is just 99 cents. We're going to get that. So the blue rocks you can bomb and get possibly the small rock. Also more temporary hearts, keys, or bombs. Again, with flying, makes you very OP. We got a library. So we got the Anarchist Cookbook, which drops a crap load of bombs in the ground, which you gotta watch out for because you can bomb yourself. Also the Book of Shadows, which gives you 12 seconds of invincibility. We're actually gonna keep that, which is pretty amazing, especially with the loadout that we have. The push pin, a random spectral tier effect, also a chance to give a piercing effect. Again, with being the cat, it's very overpowered, so you can run through rooms very quickly. The Magneto, basically, when you pick that up, when you walk into a room, everything will gravitate towards you. Bombs, keys, hearts. Hearts won't, unless you... that should gravitate towards me. It didn't, huh? See, the Eternal Heart won't. But see, now Change will. We have so much money. We're actually gonna pick that up. Let's go to the boss. Moncho 2. Basically get to one side of him. He does his little moves. As soon as he does his movement, move to the other side. Move to the other side. Move to the other side. That's all you have to do with Moncho 2. Pageant Boy, even more money. Alright, let's look for the super secret room. Alright, now the small rock's freed up from us actually using bombs. Now there's a lot of spots where the super secret room can be. We do have 16 bombs, which is actually a lot. And we actually only have one more level to go until we actually complete this challenge, which is pretty awesome. So it could be here. I said it could only be attached to one room. And you want to make sure that you bomb directly in the middle of the room. Because if you're off just a little bit, it'll actually not bomb that room open. So you do have to watch out. Alright, so we're going to go down first. And we're gonna try over here. And there. There it is. And a whole bunch of red hearts, which we can't use. That's kind of lame. That's helpful if you have more bombs and there's a temperance machine around, which then you can actually get a lot of money. So that can be worth it, but right now, in our situation, it doesn't help us at all. Now, there's 3 spots where this secret room can be. It can either be here, which there it was. And there's the Ankh. Now, basically, the Ankh does, if you die, you get regen or reborn or have another life as Blue Baby. Now, because we have the 9 lives and the 1-up, we basically would have to go through all 10 lives first, and then we become the Blue Baby. So basically, we have a lot of health right now. And this is the last floor before we get to actually Mom. This is the depths 2. Alright, so those rocks on the sides you want to avoid because they shoot blood tears at you. Alright, so laser. You want to bait them one way, go to the side of them. Bait them one way, go to the side of them. That is a matchstick, has a more likelihood of dropping bombs in rooms. Actually, keep that. A whole lot of lock chests. I'm gonna put out the fire really quick, just in case it drops something else down. All right, let's fly over everything. I want to find our item room first. All right. Again, flying, maneuverability-wise, grants you access to a lot more stuff that you would be able to do otherwise if you didn't have flying. Alright, there's a bomb. Again, it's just maneuvering around them. You can do half circles all the way around. Again, use the gaps to your advantage if you're flying. 5 cents. These guys again. Those guys can't hurt you anyway. Alright, there's a sacrifice room. Basically, if I use the Book of Shadows and run myself over it as a chance to spawn a locked chest or a normal chest to walk into, we're actually not going to do that. We're going to save our Book of Shadows for later. Again, laser guys, bait them one way, move to the other side, and keep going back and forth until they die. Alright, there's a spiked room we're actually going to walk into because it has a chance of actually having really good items in it. And because you have flying, you're not going to get hurt if you go on the one way. Winds up being 2 pills, which we're actually not going to keep. We're actually going to keep our 2 of diamonds. There we go. And we're going to fly back out. And when you fly back out, you only take a half heart of damage on the depths too. Alright, focus fire. You got flying. Use the rocks to your advantage. You can fly over them. I said use your rocks to your advantage. The knights, as soon as they follow you to one direction, they're going to dart right after you. So if you're actually if you're not able to fly, you just get in the one direction, go up and down, and get right behind them and fire right behind them. Item room. PhD. All pills become good, and also all the pills identify themselves. So right now, what we're actually going to do is we're actually going to go back into the spiked room and see what these pills are. So I'm going to pick it up. Bombs are keys. And the other one is tears up. So tears up, your tier rate goes up. Actually, bombs are keys we're going to do. So bombs are keys. Basically, because I had 11 bombs and I used it, now I have 11 keys. Oh, cancer. Doubles your fire rate of tier. So now our tier rate is ridiculous. But also has a less likelihood of dropping hearts in rooms. But cancer is definitely very powerful. If you like the tier rate, it's amazingly powerful. It doesn't really matter right now. We have so much money. Hermit basically teleports to the shop, which is kind of pointless. And because we have so many keys, find that one too. Locked chests are usually very good to find items in. You can find mom's items, tiers up, range ups, damage ups. I like locked chests a lot, especially if you have the keys, never pass by them. Alright, we're gonna go this way. We should be coming across our Should be coming across our mom fight and literally don't. There it is. And here's mom. So you got regular mom. Basically, the foot stomps down. You just want to focus fire on the walls themselves and the enemies that come after you. Once you see the shadow on the floor, you want to move out of the way because mom's going to stomp down. Book of Shadows. And there you go. Challenge complete.
Isaac was cornered. His mother, fueled with the desire to serve her God, was bearing down on Isaac. I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else, Isaac's mother repeated to herself. This was the end of the line for Isaac. His mother was far too strong for him. But just as he accepted his fate, God intervened, sending an angel down from above to stop his mother's hand. And just like that, it was over.
And there was the 9 deaths challenge. Once you go back into the challenges, you'll notice that the 9 deaths challenge is now scratched out. It did free up the rest of them, except for the last one, which is the purest. The next one we're going to go for is the Darkest of Night challenge. Again, back, my name is Wolv21, and as always, remember to rock on. And if there's any specific challenge and stuff you want to see, make sure you leave your comment down below. I do want to get doing these types of videos more often than just a live stream replays. So again, your feedback is much appreciated, and I will see you next time.